welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my amazing subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I thank you for your love, for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you that have supported my channel. I actually don't take it for granted. You guys know I love you and you guys rock. Every one of you that have supported Stylish Naija YouTube channel, I celebrate you all. Thank you so much. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing, this is a highly requested video. I have gotten a lot of requests about making this video. What is this video? Is hip and butt padding. So today we're going to be doing justice to that tutorial. So in today's class we're going to learn how to pad hip and butt. So that's what we're going to learn how to do today. It is a very simple project. It's just for you to just catch it, that's just it. But it is a very simple project, so that's what we're actually going to be learning what to do today. So if you have not subscribed to my channel already, please, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button. Actually, it takes nothing for you to subscribe, just hit on the subscribe button already. So thank you so much. If you can follow me on all of my social media platforms, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all at Stylish Naija. And then if you want to register for my online classes, you can just see my number scrolling through the screen. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll give you the details of all of the classes we have presently available. Okay guys, so now guys, let's just get started right into the tutorial. Okay guys, so these are the materials that we're going to be making use of. So I have my skirt pattern. So if you can see, this is my skirt pattern, this is my waistline, this is my hip line, and then this is my knee line. So the measurement that I'm making use of, the actual skirt measurement does not have any allowance. So you can see my waist, my hip line is 9, and then my knee line is 18 inches. So just like a short skirt pattern. And then this is the foam that I'm going to be making use of. So this foam is actually 1/2 inch foam. So you can get them in any of all these furniture shops. So that's where you can get this foam to buy. And then I have my hairstay. So I'm going to be making use of hairstay also. So it is a very simple process. So if you notice, like I said, any allowance is not included on this skirt. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draft out the back part of our part first. So whatever you do, just try and create this part that it does not go, that it does not go too much into the side seam, and then it does not go into the zip allowance. So that's just it for this skirt. So like I said, this skirt now does not have any zip allowance. There's no zip allowance on this skirt, and then there's no stitching allowance. So this is just like the best pattern for you to do when you want to pad your hip. Just cut it the exact measurement, and it is a simple process. So what I'm going to do now, from this line now, what is just a simple process, because I don't want mine to come in too much. I'm just going to come in by like 1/2 of an inch. That's from my knee, from my waist, sorry, my hip line, but just coming by 1/2 of an inch. And then from this part you measure, this is the hip line, so you can decide to measure the bump. You can decide to come down a little bit from that part. You can come down by as much as 5 inches. You understand? You can come down by 5 inches. So that when you come down by that 5 inches, so this is just like what you will use as a guide. You understand? So it is a simple process. So that 5 inches from your hip line, you come down by 5 inches. The next thing you're just going to do, you're just blending it into that knee part. So while we're doing this, it's just for it to carry that cuff. So we don't want to just go like this. So and then on this part, that 1/2 of an inch, you can see what I'm trying to do. And then on this waistline, I'm just going to come down by 1/2 of an inch also. So that 1/2 of an inch, I'm just going to do this and just curve it into this part. So this is just like a very simple process, no need for too much complication. So you can see what we have here. So once this one, you just come like this and then you bend it into this part. So this is for the back pattern. So I'm going to try and use my pattern curve now to see, or I'll just use my free hand. and then just blend it into. So you can see this part now looks like a bomb. So you can see, so there are some measurements. You can decide to go up. You can see if you decide to go up from your knee line, you can decide to go up 4 inches. So once you come down at the end of the day, you see almost like achieve the same result. So this is for our back pattern. You see how simple and easy it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to divide this my pattern paper into two. I'll use this other part for the front. So let me just cut it out. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll cut this out like this. So let me cut both of them together. So with that, it will be easier for me to to use the back pattern to cut out the front pattern. Okay, so this is, so we're going to use this, we'll cut out two. So this now, the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to cut out the front part, and that's for the front part of our skirt. So you don't want this front part, you don't want it to be too deep inside. So it's just almost like the same process. So here's what I'm going to do. I can decide to just come in by 4.5 inches, depends on how much you want. 4.5 inches or 5 inches, depends on what you want. So that 4.5 inches on this side also, I'll just come down by half of an inch. Okay, there's no need for me to come down by half of an inch. So it's because I already cut the back and the front together. So it's just for me to come in. So please note, since I'm not drafting, I already cut this out with the back pattern. So I already came down from my original pattern. So there's no point coming down again. So here, I'll mark this. And then on this one, on this part, I'm going to come by 4 inches here. So 4 on the center part, I'll come in by 4.5. So here's what I'm just going to do. I'll mark this like this into that 4.5 part, and then I'm just going to float it into this part like this. So at the end of the day, you're just going to see how it's going to look like. So you see how it's going to look like. So I'll use my, so this is not really entirely curvy. So it's not curvy. So I just mark it out straight like that. And then I'm going to cut this out now. So just come in. So you see what I did. Just come in by 4 inches on this center, 4.5. And then this part, there's no need, just eyeball it and just mark it. So I just want to show you in order not to confuse you. You know, normally this is how it's supposed to be. You understand? In order not to confuse you, this is still our skirt pattern. So this hip part, you are not going to be making use of this hip part. Please note, this one is eliminated. It's just the center part of the hip area. That is what we are going to stitch with this now. And then this is going to be on the front part of our skirt like this will be on the front area, and then this will be on the back area. So I hope you understand it now, so you don't get confused. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer this pattern to my foam. So I'm going to cut out two pieces of this and then two pieces of this also, not to confuse you. So this is the waist part. So I had to label it for you to see it, the waist line, the hip line, and then the knee line. So with that, just write them. So with that, it will be easier to indicate. Okay, so I finished cutting out all of my pieces. I noticed my foam had some kind of not too smooth parts inside. So I was just trying to cut them out so you can see how it is looking. So this down part of my the center part, I curved it a little bit. Initially, it was not very well curved, so I curved it so you can see how when you fuse them in. So this is the bottom part, and then this is the center part of our the center part. That's this middle part of our skirt. Okay, so the next thing, so we're almost done. The next thing is for me to go and use my interfacing, that's my hemming gun. I just keep this on the side, making sure. So I'm still going to label my, because I don't want stories that touch. You understand? So let me just label it before I go and turn it upside down. And then at the end of the day, to be looking funny. If you can relate, when you sew dress at times and then you mix it all up, it will now be looking funny. Okay, so you can see what I have. So it is a simple process. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to fuse this like this. So when I'm fusing, I'm going to leave an extra inch. I'm going to leave extra inch on my interfacing. That's like half of an inch here and then half of an inch here. So I'm going to leave it. So I'll go and gum it together, iron it properly, and then bring it back and show you. Okay, so you can see I've finished fusing everything together. The next thing is for us to stitch. So you can see the allowance that I left, like I said, on my pad, on the hip and the butt pad. So I'm just going to take them together like this. I'll take these two and then take these two. And then I'll go back to my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch, you understand? So I'm going to stitch on that allowance of my interfacing. I'll do the same thing to the back, to the two side, and then I'll come back and show you so I don't get them mixed up. Okay, so at the end of the day, so you can see how our hip and butt pad looks like. So you can see the back. So this was what I was trying to say, for it not to get to this center part. You understand? So that is why, because I did not add any zip allowance to it, that is why it's not to have entered this part. So I actually don't want mine to enter this part because this one is actually a detachable one. You can just put it inside your tights and wear. That's you can just insert them inside and then you wear. So I actually prefer this one that you can use, remove it, and then wash it when it is dirty. So this is this. So you can see how the back looks like. And then for the front part, so you can see where my own the front got to. So it depends on how much you want. So you can, for this actually use 4.5 inches. So you can decide to use 5 inches or 5.5 inches. Depends on how much you want it to come. For this, I actually don't want it to get to the center part. This middle part will now be looking bulky. So that is why I use 4.5 inches. So if you want it to come more, you can just increase it. So at the end of the day, so this is how it looks. It actually came out fine and I like it. And then if you want something bigger, you can decide to use 1 inch foam or you double your half-inch foam. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, and then if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next